Hello everyone, it's me, Rory Paddock for RacingDaily.com. It has just come up to 5:40 p.m. on Tuesday the 27th of May, and I have 6 selections for you this Wednesday the 28th that I think you should be getting stuck into. They come from 4 different meetings. Grab a pen and grab a piece of paper, because these are the 6 horses you should be betting on. First up, we're going to go to Beverley up in Yorkshire, and it's the second race on the card, and it is Finn Barr's Lad. Horse is, it produced a fair 5th 2 weeks ago. That was its seasonal reappearance, so it should strip much fitter for that run. Dropped in grade, and the last time it was racing over this course and distance, it picked up a decent second. It returns to this course and distance of a slightly lower mark as well. Lots of positives. Finn Barr's Lad, the second race there at Beverley. We then go up to Hamilton up in Scotland, and I'm going to go to the 3 o'clock, where I'm going to go with Arkan Star. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Horse absolutely loves it here at Hamilton. 5 career wins, all coming at this venue. 3 over course and distance. The last 3 victories all came over C&D. Below its last winning mark. I think it'd be better if the ground conditions were on the softer side. Now, rain is scheduled between now and the race time, so in 22 hours' time, the rain is set to pour down at Hamilton. But the only downside is potentially whether or not the rain would have gotten into the ground by 3 o'clock tomorrow. If it has, this horse's chances will certainly improve. But Arkansas there in the 3 o'clock at Hamilton. Sticking with Hamilton, and we're going to go with yet another course and distance winner just an hour later. It's the 4 o'clock, and I'm going to go with Digital. Now, disappointed last time out, but last 2 wins came here. Another that loves it at Hamilton. The yard are in really solid form, Ruth Carr. And I think the jockey booking, very, very interesting jockey booking of Danny Tudhope. Doesn't take a lot of rides for trainer Ruth Carr. That could be a bit of a point to note. I certainly think it is. Danny Tudhope jumps aboard Digital there in the 4 o'clock, and hopefully he can steer this one to a win. Got to go back to Yorkshire, back to Beverley, and I want to go with Madam Plaintiff there in the 4, just 10 minutes later from the previous selection. Made a yard debut when 5th on the all-weather earlier in the month. A return to the turf, I think, is going to be a definite positive. Off a solid mark, and it's another horse with a really eye-catching jockey booking. This time, Ross O'Ryan is booked for the ride on Madam Plaintiff, who I think could go well on what will only be their second start for its new trainer. Madam Plaintiff, hopefully she can do the business in the 4. Then we're going to go and take in a jumps race at Newton Abbot. It's the 4:48. It's the final race on the card, and it's daughter Olive who is jumping aboard a horse for trainer and father Paul Nichols. Horse ran a really credible 3rd in a much better race last time out at Cheltenham. It was a hunter chase, similar sort of like sphere, but there was much more in terms of the level of opposition and in terms of the amount of runners. This looks a much weaker contest. Like I said, looks a far weaker race. And I'd probably argue that the horse has done more than the majority of the horses in this race, albeit at a very low level in hunter chases, respectively. But yeah, Captain Matan, I think, perhaps has a slight, very minor touch of class that these other rivals don't. And I'm hoping that could be the telling factor. Captain Matan to hopefully win the final lucky last there at Newton Abbot. And last but by no means least, we're going to take in a race on the all-weather. It's the first race on the card in the evening meeting at Kempton, down south. And I'm going to go with Rainwater for trainer Richard Farley. Showed signs of a return to form when I think it was 5th at Ripon last time, which came after 2 very poor efforts earlier in the year. So it seems that it's starting to get back to some sort of degree of notable form. Has shown the best form on an artificial surface, so the fact that it's returning to the all-weather is a massive thumbs up. And I just can't see the Yorkshire-based trainer sending this horse all the way down to Kempton just for a pipe opener, just for a casual trot round. I think it's been sent with serious purpose. Gone well off similar marks in the past, and is currently, at the time of recording, just gone 540, a double figure price. I think it's way overpriced. Turns to the all-weather, lots in its favour. I think Rainwater could certainly outrun its odds there in the opener at Kempton. So these are my 6 selections for Wednesday the 28th of May. At Beverley, I'm going to go with Finbar's Lad and Madam Plaintiff. At Hamilton, we've got Arkan Star and Digital. Then at Newton Abbot, we've got Captain Matan. And then at Kempton, we have Rainwater. Those are my 6. I've got them down in an each way lucky 63. Obviously, back them however you want to, or maybe even use them as a guide on what horses to avoid. But anyway, any likes, comments, and shares, always welcome. And fingers crossed, touch wood, and good luck if you follow.